If you've waken up in the middle of the night at 3 a.m., unable to go back to sleep, if you've been experiencing night sweats at night that's keeping you awake, or waking up in the morning with complete brain fog, unable to function, you might be entering perimenopause. I'm Dr. Rishori, family medicine physician turned health coach, helping women in their 30s and 40s who are experiencing changes in their health stay in control of their body. Now stay tuned for the end of the video where we're going to talk about the 3 common myths that my patients often ask about. Most women think that their symptoms are not going to start until their late 40s. The reality is your hormones are probably going to start changing in your 30s. It's about 8 to 10 years of perimenopause before you hit menopause. And the symptoms can be very different from person to person. But the good news is the way you live your lifestyle, the changes, the habits that you make can have a huge impact on how you experience perimenopause. The 3 biggest changes that women experience are sleep changes because of the way your estrogen and progesterone change, mood changes, and your energy levels specifically because of progesterone, and that unfortunate weight distribution, gaining weight in your midsection, and that has a lot to do with insulin and insulin resistance. Let's start with the 3 biggest mistakes I see women make in this time of their life. Number 1, they usually ignore the sleep problems, hoping that it's gonna go away. Number 2, they actually start cutting calories because of the way they see weight changes. And number 3, they reach for supplements or medications to try to mitigate some of these symptoms. The reality is nothing's wrong with your body. It's not broken. It's just that what you've done for the past decade is not going to work in this decade. So there are some important changes you can make that are going to have incredible effects on your overall health and how you feel and how you will experience perimenopause and menopause into the future. In my trend framework, we talk about the 4 most important aspects of your life that are going to have a major impact on your overall health. So we have relationships, exercise, nutrition, and downtime. It's very similar for this perimenopause transition. Specifically focusing on nutrition, one of the most important things that you can prioritize is whole carbs, complex carbs that are going to give you a lot of the micronutrients that are going to make this transition a lot milder, as opposed to the refined carbs that are really going to send your insulin and blood sugar all over the place, making it more difficult for you to manage your weight and get good sleep. Try to focus on lean, healthy proteins such as legumes and tofu. Yes, soy products are perfectly fine. And of course, you can do fatty fish for the omega-3 fatty acids or walnuts and any of your other healthy, good quality, lean proteins to help you feel satiated throughout the day. Another big change to make in your nutrition is to try to get enough nutrition throughout the day so that you have the energy to function. Now, you're going to shift from the simple carbs, from the refined carbs, over to complex carbs, which means you can actually take in more calories and feel better. On top of that, alcohol for most women during this transition is just going to be a lot more difficult. So maybe you can cut it out until your body can start adjusting to this hormonal change. For the exercise portion, there are 2 things that are going to be incredible to help you balance your testosterone, to stabilize the estrogen, and make sure that your progesterone fluctuates properly throughout the day so that you have good sleep and your mood is protected. And if sleep is a major problem for you, I made a dedicated video about sleep. You can find that in the show descriptions below. Number 1, it's going to be strength training. A lot of women shy away from strength training, maybe because they don't want to get big muscles or they think they just can't move a lot of weight. In the beginning, very little weight is going to have incredible impacts on improving bone density, but also helping you improve your metabolism by stabilizing insulin, because there's a lot of insulin receptors and glucose receptors on your muscles. The second part to this is aerobic training. Now, you don't have to go run marathons, but on one side, you might be doing way too much aerobic training, which can actually cause more problems. So make sure you're staying in that zone 2 to zone 3 level where your heart rate is probably somewhere in the 120s to 140s in that 30 to 40 age group. And you're maintaining that for about 45 minutes to an hour and a half, 2 to 3 times a week. This aerobic capacity is going to give you so much energy and help you sleep a lot better at night. All right, the third one is going to be mood and your energy level and just stress in general. This is part of that relationship concept in my trend framework. And we talk about really cultivating relationships during this time, really being careful that you don't put too much on your plate. This is the time professional women are dealing with kids and aging parents and running households and running businesses and companies. But it's really important to come back to the center, do some breathing exercises, really overload the parasympathetic system so that you don't have a lot of sympathetic overtone. That's going to help you stabilize your insulin. It's going to help you stabilize your estrogen, sleep better, and have more energy, and definitely help you fighting off brain fog. Now, if you want a simple framework for this, I have my 6 Healthy Aging Habits ebook. The link is in the description and you can get that ebook for free. Let's dive into 3 myths, and these are the common questions I get from my patients. Number 1, so the first thing I should do is just get hormone replacement therapy. Actually, hormone replacement therapy or menopause hormone therapy has its place. However, we always want to optimize lifestyle choices, dietary changes, exercise, stress management, and sleep before we start with any medication. There is nothing wrong with these medications, and we have great, safe, affordable options available. But whenever possible, focus on the lifestyle because the results are going to be a lot better and you're going to have an overall better health outcome. Number 2, so the weight gain is inevitable. I'm just going to keep gaining weight here. That's just the way it is. My testosterone is low, my estrogen is low. That is false. It happens because of those insulin changes that we talked about. But specific nutrition changes, some exercise changes can drastically help you reshape your body so that the fat doesn't accumulate here, but accumulates evenly throughout the subcutaneous area. The third one that I get a lot is, oh, this is just going to get worse, right? This is just the beginning. Perimenopause always gets worse. As a family medicine physician with 2 decades of experience, I can tell you that is absolutely not true. While perimenopause, the first set of symptoms you get, can be really daunting, a lot of the things that you can do in your lifestyle can have a major impact and help you drastically with your symptoms to the point that the next 8 to 10 years might be smooth sailing. Finally, remember that perimenopause is not something that happens to you. It's a normal way for the body to change. And it's about accepting this change and understanding it from the scientific perspective to know what options are available to you. That's what I do as a health coach, helping my clients figure out what specific tactics are going to make their menopause symptoms much milder so that they're not suffering and able to live a fruitful life. In this bonus section, I want to talk about something that often gets missed. How do you know it's not your thyroid or diabetes or something like cancer? And that's where a good clinician or your health coach can come in. One of the most important things to do is to first figure out, are your symptoms really perimenopause related, or are there other things that are happening? A thorough analysis with blood work and biomarker testing is critical to know that you're not missing something else. And that is something that you can work with your own clinician. If you found this content useful, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. There are links in the description below, and thank you for watching.